All right, if you're hoping to build a really fantastic partnership with your dog, you've come to the right place. We are going to break down exactly how to find a great trainer right here in Magnolia, Texas. Just picture this for a second. You're taking a beautiful walk down the Magnolia stroll, and your dog is just trotting calmly right beside you. Or maybe you're at the local feed store, and they're waiting patiently instead of pulling towards, well, everything. That's the goal, right? And good training makes it completely possible. So let's kick things off with what effective, modern dog training actually looks and feels like. It really is all about building a confident companion who knows how to handle whatever the real world throws at them. At the heart of it all is positive reinforcement. It's such a simple but really powerful idea. When you reward your dog for making a good choice, they're going to want to do that again. It's all about teaching, not forcing. And this difference is pretty stark. You see, positive reinforcement helps your dog build focus and confidence, which is exactly what they need when they're around all the distractions of a busy park. On the other hand, correction-based methods can create a lot of stress and anxiety, which, actually makes it harder for your dog to learn and to trust you. A really great trainer is going to have a whole toolkit of methods. So along with positive reinforcement, they'll use techniques like desensitization, which is just a way of slowly and safely getting a dog used to things that might make them nervous. They'll also use management, which is all about setting your dog up for success, like, say, using a different kind of harness while they're still learning to walk politely. Okay, so now you have a good idea of what good training looks like. Let's get into the practical side of things, how to actually find the right professional for you and your dog. Now, this is something you absolutely have to know. Here in Texas, the dog training industry is totally unregulated. That means anyone, and I mean anyone, can call themselves a professional trainer. So it's really on us as owners to check their background and qualifications carefully. So what are you looking for? Well, you'll probably see a lot of acronyms like these. They're not just random letters. They actually represent some pretty serious certification programs. For instance, CPDTKA stands for Certified Professional Dog Trainer Knowledge Assessed. Seeing credentials like these tells you that a trainer has really invested in their education and is committed to using humane, modern methods. Of course, cost is always a factor. This table should give you a general idea of what to expect to pay in the Magnolia area. You can see the range for everything from group classes to private sessions. One thing to notice here is that buying a package of lessons is often a better deal than just paying one session at a time. You can really break down your search into 4 simple steps. Start by doing some research online, then look at the services and costs for your top choices. After that, it's time to ask some really important questions and just make sure their plan is a good fit for your dog's unique needs. And that brings us to maybe the most critical part of this whole process, that first conversation with a potential trainer. What exactly should you be asking to make sure they're the one? Here are the questions you've got to ask. You'll want to know about their specific methods and credentials and what a typical training plan with them looks like. And please, don't be shy about your dog's challenges. Ask them straight up how they'd help with leash pulling or how they work with anxious dogs. Their answers are going to tell you everything you need to know. All right. Once you've found your trainer, the real work begins. Let's talk about how you take what you learn in your sessions and apply it right here in and around Magnolia. My best advice? Always start by building a strong foundation at home where there aren't a lot of distractions. Once your dog has a skill down pat there, then you can start taking short practice sessions to quieter public spots. The trick is just not to rush the process. And here's a fantastic local tip for practicing loose leash walking. The shaded trails over at W.G. Jones State Forest are just perfect for this. You get a real-world setting with new sights and smells, but you don't have the pressure of trying to navigate a busy sidewalk. And when you feel like you're ready to work on recall, that all-important skill of coming when called, Sam Houston National Forest gives you all the space you need. You can use a long training line, which lets you practice safely while still giving your dog a wonderful sense of freedom. And just a quick note on being a good neighbor. Just remember that Montgomery County does have leash laws for public spaces. Also, try to be mindful of barking. And of course, make sure your dog always has proper identification on, just in case. So let's talk about the payoff. Why go through all this? Well, it's about the incredible life and the amazing partnership you're building with your dog. The result is being able to sit at an outdoor cafe downtown, just enjoying a coffee, with your dog relaxed and happy right there beside you. No stress, no chaos, just enjoying the moment together. It's also about having peace at home. Imagine friends coming over and your dog just greets them politely instead of jumping all over them. It makes your home a much more welcoming place for everybody. Ultimately, it's about peace of mind. Knowing your dog is a well-behaved, happy member of the community, that is a feeling that is pretty hard to beat. It just reduces your stress and makes that bond you have even deeper. And this quote just sums it all up, doesn't it? The real goal isn't just obedience, it's about building a partnership. It's about giving your dog the confidence to be a happier companion, ready to share in all your local adventures. The effort you put in now is going to pay off for years to come as you enjoy everything Magnolia has to offer together. I'm wishing you the very best on your training journey.